Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir. Bienvenue à une soirée remplie de joie. Nous sommes ravis de vous accueillir pour partager cette expérience unique.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to a night full of laughter. We're excited to have you here for this comedic experience.
Pour voyager avec nous, oubliez vos réunions, vos appels, vos messages, vos devoirs, vos évaluations. Restez loin de vos téléphones portables. Juste pour ce soir, nous vous prions de les éteindre. Laissez l'ambiance, la bonne humeur vous contaminer.
But firstly, before we begin, please turn off your cell phones just in case. If you do get a call, you can reply with, "I'm at a comedy show and I'll call you guys later." It might just end up becoming one of your favorite excuses to dodge those boring calls.
Et pour nos plus petits, vous avez la chance de profiter au premier rang. Même les grands sont jaloux de vous. Alors profitez et restez assis jusqu'à la fin du spectacle.
And for our young audience, enjoy the show. We know that laughter can be quite contagious, so please stay seated until the end. The jokes will not go anywhere.
Asseyez-vous, détendez-vous, laissez-vous transporter et passez un moment incroyable.
Now please sit back, relax, and get ready for an incredible show.
Souhaitons la bienvenue à James, un artiste talentueux qui vous fera vivre une expérience inoubliable. Il est ici pour nous partager son travail et son humeur.
Thank you for being here and let the laughter begin. Let us finally welcome James, the talented artist who will have you in stitches. He's here to share his humor.
Alors, faisons du bruit pour James.
So let's make some noise for James.
Wow. Wait, so what if I'm not funny? Salut tout le monde, ça va? Well, je m'appelle James and je ne parle pas français. So we'll do this in English, okay? Wow, so nice to be here once again. Yeah, I can't speak French because I'm from Ghana. Do we have any people from Ghana here? Yeah, so you know how they teach French in schools, right? Like when I came here the first time, it's like, oh, everybody was speaking French. It was so beautiful. The kids are, je m'appelle. And the adults are, monsieur Gaëtan, yeah, oui, oui. Sounded nice, like a baguette. But for Ghana, in our schools, the only French we know is conjugate le verbe. Être. The Ghanaian said, je suis. That's all I know. That's all my friends. Je mange, tu manges, il ou elle mangeons. But the weird thing is that we are surrounded by French countries. Even the sea is French. Gulf of Guinea. It's French. Come on. But maybe I'll take my French lessons serious because of you guys. Like, you guys make me feel so welcome. Except when some of the students talk about my age. I know the parents here, the teachers here, you get it. Like one of the kids was like, oh, Monsieur James, do you know this very old movie? It's called Harry Potter. Harry Potter is not that old. I grew up with it. What do you mean very old movie? It's like some time ago I was listening to a song by Shakira called Hips Don't Lie. It's like, oh, the classics. Who are you calling classics? It's like, Monsieur James, you were born in the late 1900s. It's true, but it hurts. I'm not that old. Your parents know it. Like 1900s, like, oh, you were born in the last millennium. Like, ooh. It's true. We were born in the last millennium, but we're not that old. It's like, oh, did you have internet when you were kids? Duh. We had internet. It was just very slow. Very, very slow. You know, you can't use the internet and a phone at the same time. You choose one. Either listen to phone calls or you have internet. Pick one. But I have a bit of advice for you guys. Like, don't be in a hurry to grow up. Like, our parents lied to us. They didn't tell us all the weird parts about being an adult. Like, I want to grow up so I can do whatever I want. I can sleep at any time. Like, yeah. I hated my bedtime at 8 o'clock. But I promise you, I want to be asleep right now. Yeah, I wish I were in bed. Like, we are always tired for no reason. Am I lying, parents? You are always tired for no reason. It's like, oh, I can do whatever I want. No, you can do whatever you can afford. You need money. They didn't tell us about that part. And for some reason, we are awake for no reason. Like 1 a.m., you are awake, doing nothing. Like I woke up at 1 a.m. and I was thinking about the euro rate. Like, what has the euro rate got to do? I don't deal in euros. Why am I thinking about euros? It's weird. Like, and one time I woke up, I was thinking about short men. Yeah, in glasses. I don't know why, but Ghanaians might get it. Now you get it. But like being an adult is not all that fun. You have responsibilities, you have to pay bills. So please take your time. Don't be in a hurry to grow. Enjoy your parents' money. Like use it whilst you can. Because as soon as you are 18, they'll be like, bye-bye. But this is Chronicles of a Frozen Man. This is my adventure through Europe as a Ghanaian. I went to Germany last winter, and this was how I saw Europe. So just so you know, most of these are jokes, don't take anything personal. So, yeah, this is my career, I tell people jokes. So just put it out there. So as every Ghanaian, before you travel, you have to have your passport and you go to a pastor. Yeah, you go to a pastor. And we don't know if we'll get a visa, so you go and they'll pray on it for you. They call it the kabosh. So they'll kabosh on your passport. And just for security reasons, I went to a voodoo priest to add some extra saltis bay on the passport before I went. I got my interview, I went there. And this is for anyone who works at an embassy here. I don't think you asked the right questions at the interview. I walked into the German embassy, the first question was, where are you going? And the sign says German embassy. I'm going to East Legon, like, where do you think I'm going? And then the next question was, will I come back? Like, it's cold, I will come back. I think they should ask questions like, do you have a winter jacket? I didn't know this. I bought a winter jacket in Accra. Worst decision ever. Oh, I almost died. The first time I went to Germany, I walked out of the airport and the temperature was 0. I am from here. The only place I'll see 0 is a deep freezer. Like, no, you don't get nothing. Your temperature is nothing. And I went back into the airport and wore my suitcase because it was cold. And then they had the audacity to tell me that, we are sorry for the warm Christmas. Like, you and I have a very different definition of warm. Like, 0 is not warm to me. Accra, 25 is cold. Like right now, it's very cold right now. This is cold. Give or take, then you can use an AC, you get 16. That's it. But 0, no. And they should have asked me, do you have thermal underwear? I didn't know what thermal underwear was. I found out the hard way. My legs disappeared. Do you have the proper shoes for winter? Because I went with Ghanaian sneakers with plenty holes inside. Bad idea. My feet disappeared. Like, they should ask these questions. Do you know how to layer? For Ghanaians, we don't know layering because all our clothes are the same size. We don't have small ones to wear under. I think these are the questions they should ask. So after this interview, you go home, and as you go home, you go to a pastor again just for extra prayers to influence the person who has decided to not give you the visa before you left, but you go and do that for 1 week and come back. So I got my visa, Well, when you get there, you can tell if the person has a visa or not, because when they walk out of the room, you can see from their face. That means he didn't get it. And if he comes out and says, hallelujah, praise the Lord, he got it. So fast forward, we get, it's the day of traveling. I went with my then girlfriend, and for some funny reason, she got out of Ghana faster than I did, which is weird, because the guy did not believe I am Ghanaian. What do I look like? Don't I look Ghanaian enough? No. Where do you think I come from? Nigeria. Hey, don't tell a Ghanaian that too. I am a Ghanaian by birth, everything. You come from Poland. Poland? Okay. I'm a chocolate Polish person. So we have this whole conversation where he's like, so where is your residence permit? Even though I gave him a Ghana passport, I don't know how that works, but okay. Then we move on. As we are walking, you meet these people that tell you which gate to go to at the airport, to go to get this. We meet another one, and then we have this whole conversation again. Where are you from? I'm from here. I'm Ghanaian. And they ask me a question that surprises me. Are you sure? Like, how will I not know where I am from at this age? Because I've had this issue, like I've gone to places I had to show my Ghanaian identity. There was one place I went, they just gave me the foreigner's ticket because I look foreign. And I spoke Twi to her and she's like, oh, you learned it. Everybody learned Twi. Like, what do you mean I learned it? So I explained and I told her I came in the 80s because she asked me when did I come to Ghana. And I came in the 80s in a hospital. We finished this whole 10-minute conversation. We went to the gate and something very, very Ghanaian happened. The lights went off at the airport. And I didn't have a problem with the lights going off. My problem was the sound people made when the lights went off. Like, oh, light off. And these were not Ghanaians, they're like foreigners. Like, how long have you been here? And when the lights came off, hey, lights! And wow, Ghana. But I just imagine what if a flight was landing at that particular moment. Like, hello, this is your Captain KLM flight 0244, permission to land, permission granted. As they are landing, the runway disappears. The lights come on and he lands in the French school. And another thing that was very funny was, these airport announcers? I could tell that this announcer was a Ghanaian mother. Oh, yeah. So, ding dong. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Passenger Gaitan, you are delaying flight number 0244. Please report to boarding gate number 3. Ding dong. Then she comes again. Ding dong. Passenger Gaitan, you are delaying KLM flight number 0244. Please report to boarding gate number 3. Nothing happened. Then the third time, I could tell she was a Ghanaian mother. Ding dong. Passenger Gaitan. I said, go to boarding gate number 3, or else. Thankfully, it didn't come again, but I was imagining the fourth one would have been Passenger Gaitan. Go to the boarding gate. What's wrong with you? It's only my beautiful country, Ghana. So we get on the flight, we take our flight all the way to Brussels. And I think this is a European thing, so I asked those of you from Europe, why do you clap when the plane lands? Like, what were you expecting to happen? We don't get there, like he flies into a mountain. It's like, oh, the pilot landed the plane. Like, yeah, it's his job. Like, if you clap for me, it's fine. Like, this is my office. You clap so I come. But he's a pilot. He has to land the plane. It's not like when something happens up there, we can go anywhere. Like, you step outside, be my guest. And the second thing that I don't get why people do that is, it's like everyone is looking at the seatbelt sign. Seatbelt sign, it goes off like, where are you going? The most you can do is step one and stand in the middle like this, like with your luggage. Why are we in a hurry? You can finish the movie you were watching. That's so weird. But anyway, we landed in Brussels, then we went to Munich, and I understood why the first time I went to Europe, they were saying it was a warm Christmas. I left Accra, it was 32 degrees. I got to Munich, it was -2. It's like the minus sign is extra spice on the, there's no other word to describe it apart from, it was cold. Like, how do you guys live there? I see why you are here, right? OMG. Or as the French say, mon Dieu. It was cold. And I also think that you should give us memos, like those who come for the first time in winter, like, tell us some things. Like, tell me how to take a shower. I didn't know the formula was different in Europe. Because here in Ghana, I open my shower and step right in. Apparently in Europe, you open the shower, wait for 2 minutes before you go inside. I just went with the Ghana formula, yeah. Oh, my life flashed before my eyes. I have never bathed with ice cubes in my life before. It was cold. And also how to use the washroom, the toilet seat. Nobody told me the seat was frozen. So I went there, I sat on it, and I got back up, and my poop was like, boss, you're on your own. I'm not doing this. It's cold. So. And then you go to places and people are like, oh, can I give you a drink with ice? Like, my outside is frozen, and you want to freeze my inside too with ice. What is wrong with you? Like, I asked for a drink, and he went outside to bring the drink. A Ghanaian doesn't understand this. Like, outside is colder than inside. How? And your son, the sun seems like the laziest sun in the world. It's like, oh yeah, I will come out at 10 a.m. I will drink a coffee before I shine. At 4 o'clock, I'm like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Why? And then you go to Europe in the summer, and it's like the sun has drunk 9 Red Bulls because I'm coming out at 4 a.m. like, yeah! At 11 p.m. it's still there, yeah! Why? I'm even sad for the Muslims in Europe because Ramadan fast is around summer, so they have to wait for the sun to go down. So Mahmoud is sitting there with a falafel. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Is it gone? No. Yalla, yalla. Why? Like during winter, it's like your sun is a decoration outside. The fact that the sun is shining doesn't mean it's warm. Because I saw the sun and I was like, oh yeah, it's shining, less clothes, fingerless gloves. Bad idea. Oh, that day I learned how to ride a bicycle with no hands. It's so cold. Like the weather, Like, I don't know if you get what I mean by that sun that is shining, because in Ghana we have 12 hours of light, 12 hours of dark, give or take a couple minutes. The last time the sun was out till 7 p.m. in this country it was apocalypse now. Oh, everybody was praying to anything they believe in, like Muhammad, Allah, God, Jesus, stones, like the end is near because the sun didn't go down early. To me, it's like, but another thing I also noticed about Europe is more of a question. What do they tell you guys before you take passport pictures? Like every European friend of mine, when I open their passport, they look angry. What did they tell you? Did they tell you you are missing your flight? Or you don't have your rent money? Like, just so you know, you guys scare the immigration when you get to Ghana. I was like, hey, good evening, welcome to Ghana. And because you are angry in the passport, you have to look angry in real life. Welcome, welcome. Like, why? And I think this thing is also just about Germany. You know, like, there are shop cashiers too are some of the angry people on the planet. I don't know if they don't pay them. When I went to a shop, no one told me that I should warm up because I'm going to be Hugo Loris catching my food. Like, hello, good afternoon. I have to catch all of these stuff and pay at the same time. And everybody in the queue is looking at me like I kill baby pandas for a living. I didn't know. I thought it was a European thing, but I went to the Netherlands and the cashier was so chill. Okay. Yeah. So chill. Like so chill that they had to open another till because she's like having a conversation. And why do you like so much fast-paced stuff? I was so surprised. But another thing I really loved about Europe is the trains. Like we have trains in Ghana. Yo, that's it, we have them. We have the trains. What? It's one. Okay, let me rephrase. We have train in Ghana. We don't use it, but it's there. I don't think the British told us what to do with the train. It's there. But I love the trains in Europe. I like to go and stand there and watch people because you always see those people that are super late for some reason. I don't know why you don't take them to the Olympic Games because they speak. I'm going for my train. And then there's that one person who is delaying the whole train with his foot. But I'm waiting for my friends. Why? And there's also one person, usually it's a little woman who goes into God mode and stands in the middle of the train, not holding anything, but this woman will never fall. And she's holding a cup of coffee, not even one drop. And I am sitting on the chair flying about with God mode, yeah! Wow, so much. And another thing I noticed is, what is with Europeans and bread? Why? Why do you eat so much bread? Like breakfast bread, lunch bread, snack bread, dinner bread, midnight bread, bread. Why? Baguette. Like in Germany, I found out they have over 400 types of bread. No, you don't understand. You know, if you eat one type of bread a year, for the year, you will still need more than 1 year to eat all the bread. They even have this bread that you can't cut with a knife. You need like a special chainsaw machine. Why do you make bread that you can't cut? Why? Like, man, it's mind-blowing. And don't get me started about, there's this German tradition called Frühstück, breakfast. I didn't get breakfast. So as a Ghanaian, when you go to visit someone, per tradition, you are supposed to eat everything that is given to you. But the German Frühstück, I I don't know if they bought a whole shopping mall and put it on the table. Like 9 types of cheese, 6 homemade jams, 15 bread, coffee, juice, and I'm there thinking, how will I eat all of this? I don't have space. They apparently just bring the whole fridge out and eat 2 things and put the rest back. In Ghana, this is breakfast. Tea, some bread, maybe an egg. Finished. And even the tea, it depends on what kind. Let me explain something here. In Ghana, anything you drink as a hot beverage is tea. We don't care what it is. Coffee tea, Milo tea, cocoa tea is tea. Everything is tea. Same as toothpaste, everything is Pepsodent. Like, give me closer Pepsodent. Colgate is Pepsodent. Any fizzy drink is Coke. Pepsi, Coke, Bell, Coke. Finish. Like all of these things, you know. And then there was this other thing in Germany that was quite fun. It's like my friend was like, oh, let's go and hike. Like, okay. Hike where? Oh no, we are just walking. Why? For fun. Who walks for fun? Where are we going? Oh, nowhere, we are just walking. And it's a very short walk, 6 kilometers. I didn't know what 6 kilometers were. 2 hours later, yeah, we are halfway there. Why? It was a long walk. And here's the weird part. They're like, oh, let's take the hike in the forest. Now, if you have watched any horror movie in your life, you know that the black guy dies first. So I'm not walking into the forest willingly with 2 white women. They will kill me first. I actually even think that most horror movies are not accurate. It's like, oh, the black guy Jamal. Like, oh, there's blood on the wall, and Jamal is like, let's go and check it out. No, we don't do that. Like, we black people, we run for no reason. If you like, let the guy at the back there start running, we will follow. We won't ask questions. Like, where are we? We don't care. Like, why are you running? Oh, we don't care. So I'm very sure the horror movie should go like this. Jamal, this is Eric speaking. Jamal, look, there's blood on the wall. Jamal? Jamal is gone. We don't. Or it's like, you see these horror movies like, oh honey, there's a weird sound outside. Okay, let me go and check it out. For where? If you go, it's between you and your God. I'll lock the door after you. I'm not coming after you. No, we don't play with that. But all of these things, you know, were super, super interesting. I tried to partake in them. Not willingly, but like, yeah, I'm black, we don't play with such stuff. But these were my opinions about being in Europe. I know some of you are considering being a comedian now, right? Ouch. Yeah, well, it's a very hard job, like, you know, like all your parents are like, oh, I want my son to grow up and be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer. So my mom's friends, they come and visit. It's like, what? My son is a lawyer. My son is an engineer. My son is a doctor. What does your son do? He's a public speaker. You're the public, I'm speaking. It's a job. It's even worse when you meet like the girlfriend or the wife's parents. Like, my wife is German, so comedy doesn't rank high in anything German. Like it's down there somewhere. So like you meet the parents. So what does he do? He's hardworking. No, his job, he's very talented. Like he's funny. Like they start describing you So I think I'll call myself a humor therapist. Yeah, it sounds like I have a degree. Yeah, that's it. Like I have one. So we all have one. Like most of us have one too. Well, but it was a great adventure being in Europe, and I saw a lot of stuff that made me, you know, like one of the weird things is that when it rains, you guys don't leave. Like you're just, oh yeah, it's raining, I'm still going to work. It was weird because here, as soon as there's one drop, you can call your boss and say, yeah, rain. So sorry, I'll see you next week. And they were just walking around, and it wasn't like it's just like drizzle, like rain, like things are blowing away, but you are still walking in it. And I was surprised. But yeah, that was my adventure in Europe. Is there anything I've not said? Ooh, the kebab. Man, there's this thing called Juna. Juna kebab. Do you guys know what it is? Yeah, that was a very weird experience for me because Juna means something else here. Yes, it means something else here. If you have a Ghanaian around you, ask the Ghanaian. I won't say it here. They will tell you what it is. It means something else in Ghana. Have you told them yet? So they now know. So you should see my face when my 65-year-old host mom goes like, oh, let's go and have a Juna. Is weird, but okay. But I think that is my favorite food from Germany. Like, I wish I had some here, but I can't pay for it. And also another thing, I don't think like Europeans do it, but Africans, we do that look of home when you see someone outside. You know it, right? You don't know the look of home. You meet someone in the streets of Paris and we do it. I know you Europeans, when you see each other, another French person. You don't want to talk to them. It's like, hey, my brother. I was like, where are you from? Rwanda. Close enough. We are weird like that, but those were awesome experiences. I love the food. I love the culture. I understood what it meant to be a big, black, scary guy. Because, yeah, I was in a shop and I was huge, and well, not because I was big, but just because I was wearing like 9 shirts. So I understand why people would be afraid of me. Like, yeah, I had my cold face on. Like I'm frozen. It's not like I'm trying to be scary. But it was awesome. I also saw things like the carnival. Is that the same thing in France? Like, yeah, it was, to me it was very surprising. It's like Halloween on steroids. They're like 2 months of dressing up, and it's very fine for a grown man to be dressed like a mushroom at work. Like, hello, yeah, I'm Super Mario. Like, what the? Just give me a train ticket. Like, really? Like, so weird. But yeah, I have been thinking of this show for years, ever since I stepped abroad. So I'm so happy that I've been able to do the Chronicles of the Frozen Man for you guys in the French school. Like, I can't mention the name of your, like, Lycée Français International Academy. What's the A for? Accra. But if I type the French school in Google, it still brings me here. So I like to say a big thank you to my wife. She has supported me with my madness. And please, a round of applause. This is all you get. There's no more. Your husband is not correct. Actually, the parents here, like, when does the husband, like, wisdom drop in? Because I've still not gotten mine. I'm still as a nut job when I was single. Like, there's there a timeline? 2 years? When does it drop? Okay, that means no. Well then, sorry, this is all you get. I also like to say a big thank you to the drama teacher. I have a confession. I actually don't know your name. And I've been working with her for like 2 years. It's not my fault. And at that time, my ear wasn't very good with the French accent. So, yeah. So if you have noticed, I always talk to you face to face. I don't call you from behind because I have no idea what to call you. Your name on my phone is French drama teacher. I'm sorry. I'd like to thank everyone from this school for supporting me. Oh, is Gaetan around? Ah, yeah, thank you so much for... Yeah, he's the one who let me come and, teach theater to the 30 scholars. It's so nice. Yeah, every time I leave here, I have one more gray hair, but thank you so much. They're so sweet kids. So, yeah, my name is ID James Brown. ID, I had to add something to my name because anytime I Googled my name, some dead guys end up. But he's dead. I'm not. Right? I don't like. And the annoying part is when he died in 2007, I had friends calling me to ask me if I am dead. Like, oh, we heard you are dead on CNN. Like, dude, calm down. I'm not on CNN yet, and I take the call. So I added idiot to my name. Oh, calm down, I'll explain. This is actually where I use my degree. So idiot stands for intellectually dramatic, insane, and outrageously talented. Thank you so much. If you love what you've seen here, I run a comedy club called the Comedy Bar. It's the 3rd and the 4th Fridays of every month. I always put a date out there. Just follow me on the social media and you'll find the day. My next show is on the 27th of October at Cocoon in Osu. So just follow me on Instagram. That's all I have. So at ID_James Brown and you get all the information you get. Thank you so much.